Ashes to Beauty Ministries, and today I want to give you 10 tips to be more productive during your day. Before I get started, I just want to reiterate the fact that you don't get value and you don't find your identity in what you do. You have value, you have purpose, you have identity outside of whatever it is that you do, regardless of it's inside the home or outside of the home. You are not what you do. But we do know that we were all created to do something. We're all here on earth to do something. And so being productive, especially in the calling that we have on our lives, fulfills us. It gives us purpose. It does give us meaning. We look at the world differently when we have been productive. And so it's really from that point of view that I want to give you these things that you can do to become more productive during your day. The first thing is consider getting up earlier. Try to get up 2 hours earlier and see how much time that adds to your day. You know, when you get up before everybody else, especially if you have people who live with you, maybe you're a mom and there's kids, or you get up earlier and you're able to spend that time either focusing on you or you're able to plan the rest of the activities that you have for the day, you really feel like you get a head start and you're not playing catch up. So the number one way to be more productive with your day is to get up 2 hours earlier. Number two is to front load the most important tasks in the beginning of the day. So if you really need to make a super important phone call, or you really need to write a certain report or get to some other place of business, make sure that those things are front loaded, because when you take care of the most important things during the day, you can, throughout the day, you'll build momentum and you'll feel already so accomplished. The other things are going to fall into place easily, especially when it's the hardest things. You know, they're already taken care of. Now all that's left on your plate is things that come fairly easy. Number three is focus on your progress, not just on the outcome. So again, if you're writing a certain type of report, you've been doing all of the research that's necessary, it's important to look back and see how far you've come. Number four is to stop complaining about not having enough time. If you follow me on my other social media platforms, specifically Instagram, I talk about this all of the time. Stop telling people that you just don't have time for that. Tell people, I'm not willing to make that a priority. You're gonna feel the difference. You're gonna feel the shift. You're in charge of your time. Time doesn't dictate to you what you do. You're the one in charge of your own time. We are all given the same amount of minutes and hours every single day to be as productive as we want to be, or as lazy as we want to be. And so it's really up to you to take control of the time that you were given and decide how those minutes are going to serve you. Number five is to take time to plan and prioritize. I try to do this in my week every Sunday. Sunday seems to just be the day that it works out best for me to really sit down and say what I'm going to be doing for the other days of the week, and especially what I'm going to be doing each morning for every day of the week. But regardless of what time works best for you to do what when, it doesn't really matter as long as you have a plan and you prioritize. You know, I've seen so many people, once they start writing things down and making a plan for themselves, making a list of the tasks that they want to accomplish that week and the order that they want to accomplish them in, they're much more likely to get to those goals than people who just say, I've got it in my head, or I'm just going to play it by ear and kind of see how it goes. You know, sometimes it's okay to do that. Sometimes we have to do that. We don't have a choice. But if you're living your life that way, you're not going to be as productive as you could be. Number six is to focus on minutes and not hours. And what I mean by this is, instead of looking at it as it's 9 o'clock, I've already spent an hour working on this thing and I've gotten nowhere, you know, really take time and look at what you've done with the minutes. You've spent 60 minutes on something. How did you use your time? Maybe you spent 15 minutes researching, 15 minutes writing, 15 minutes collaborating with other people. Really look at how you're using your minutes and not just how you're using your hours. This is the number one thing that I like to focus on with my clients, especially the ones who have problems setting up a schedule and keeping on a schedule during the day and really prioritizing their time and managing it appropriately, is to take a look at the minutes and not the hours. So, because it's easy to say there's 24 hours in a day and 8 of those I'm sleeping, so I barely have any time to do anything. But when you look at it as you have 1,440 minutes in your day, you're really more likely to see, wow, I've got a lot of minutes working for me today and I can definitely accomplish all my tasks. Number seven is to avoid multitasking whenever possible. For women especially, this is a number one thing because we are so used to doing many things at one time. Our brain is wired to be able to handle many things at one time, but we can't do many things to the best of our ability at one time all of the time. And so when we are able to say, I'm just going to take 30 minutes and work on this project and this project alone, I'm shutting off my phone, or I'm asking my assistant to just take a message for me, I'm not going to check emails, I'm just going to work on this project, we're going to be so much more productive than if we spent 60 minutes on that project but we've added in 6 or 7 other things. So really being able to just focus on one thing at a time, you're going to be amazed at how much more productive you can be. Number 8 is to get into a routine. This really allows your body to get into muscle memory, and it also allows your brain to not be wondering, when are we going to be switching topics, or when do I have to get to this place or meet with this person. Your body is going to be more at ease in that schedule, and so you're going to find yourself accomplishing a lot more when you stick to a routine. Number 9 is to let go of imperfections and just get on with your day. We've all had the days where, we slept through the alarm and, the kids are sick and the dog chewed up something and now we're running late and something burned when we were making breakfast, and things are gonna happen. That's just part of life. But being able to just say, like, I'm not allowing this to detour my day. I'm gonna have an amazing day. I can still be productive. Oftentimes we let what happens in the first hour of our day really get to us. So if we've had an amazing hour, we woke up 2 hours early before everybody else and we fixed breakfast before the kids woke up, we're feeling on top of the world. Whereas if this stuff happens, we've overslept, etc., then we feel like we're playing catch up. But if you can get into a place where it's like, I'm letting that hour go, I'm letting those 60 minutes go from me, and I'm just going to be focusing on my next task. I'm not going to allow that to penetrate and to bleed into the rest of my day. You're going to be more productive. And number 10 is to leave some free time in your schedule. I love doing this. I try to do this for every single day. I like to leave, if I can, 2 hours available. They don't always coincide back to back, but I like the 2-hour window where I can do whatever I need to do, because if there's an emergency, I have time already built into my schedule to take care of it. And if there isn't an emergency, then that's more time that I get to, take a walk or go for a run, do something that really helps spark my creative to get flowing. I get to brainstorm or read or do something that I know will add value to me and give me more energy to do whatever it is that I want to do tomorrow or even during the rest of the day. So I hope these 10 things help you figure out how you can be more productive in your day. And if doing all 10 seems overwhelming, just pick 1 or 2 and start implementing those to your schedule today, this week, right now, and see how much more productive you are. Be sure to subscribe to my channel below so you don't miss a new upload.